Satnam and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jai Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. I looked down at the chat and Maricela, I saw a crying, laughing emoji that you put up and I was like, what is she laughing about already? I haven't even gone on the screen yet. Oh my God, that was too funny. But hi, she's a waiting party. I know. I'm really excited to be back. I freaking dropped off the planet for the freaking last week since last Monday, where I did that crazy live where I was like, I was like on riding this fucking high wave. So excited about the fucking eclipse and the conjunction that just happened on Friday, and then literally the next day I just went could not do anything. I literally finished the Moon Goddess training, Nile River initiation, and I started to feel like, okay, I'm crashing, I'm coming down with something. And I did. And I was sick for like 3 days. And it's weird because I didn't have like coughing or anything. I just had like a crazy headache and like weird body aches. And there was no fever, but there was like a lot of pain in my body. And I'm like, what is happening right now? And everyone's like, you're upgrading. I'm like, yeah, that felt like terrible. I don't wish that kind of pain on anyone, but I'm finally okay again. Happy Pisces season. Because the day right after we had the eclipse, the sun entered into Pisces. So now we're officially in Pisces season. And guess what? That is the last season of the entire zodiac. So that's what we're going to focus on today. But also talk about like what's going on this week with the astrology. I will show you the charts on the screen. I'm going to talk about the gene key and the human design gate, and the codon ring that we're, immersed into with the sun this week. And it is a big deal, you guys. Pisces season is a huge deal. So we're still in eclipse season as well at the same time. And the moon this week is going to be waxing gibbous and reaching its totality next Tuesday, because we have another eclipse, a total lunar eclipse in Virgo. So we'll talk about that next week, or probably by the end of this week. But just know there is a lot going on. So let me pause, say hi to everybody in the chat. Hello, Maricela. Hello, human being. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Ashley. Welcome, welcome. Anita is here. Holly is also here. Anastasia, welcome in. Velocity, welcome in. Maria, welcome in. So I love to see you guys in the chat. Say hi. I'll say hi back. And before we dive in, I want to make actually a really fun announcement, exciting announcement. And it has to do with what is happening on that lunar eclipse. So let me share my screen here, and I want to officially welcome all of you to our Seasons and Stargates, the annual initiation. It's a book launch party and a giveaway. Okay. It's going to be amazing. So what I actually planned is for us to just gather together, obviously on the total eclipse in Virgo, lunar eclipse in Virgo. It's a full moon eclipse. It's definitely like heightened energy. And I want to come together to not just like harness the energy of the eclipse itself, but to initiate and launch you and help you prepare for the new year that's coming. I didn't get to do this last year because there was so much going on. I was traveling. I was like in Egypt. I didn't get the book done on time, but now the book is getting done on time. It's done. It is done. In fact, I want to do something really fun, and hopefully this is it, and show you guys the actual cover of the book. Seasons and Stargates, your annual astrology guide, 2026 and into 2027. And the astrology year always begins with Aries season and it ends with Pisces season. So we're about to begin a new year in terms of the astrology wheel. And there's a lot of like details about that are super fun to understand and know how to navigate through. But the book is essentially the guide that is here to help you get through the year. And of course, what I'm going to do is launch the book sale, but there's going to be giveaways. There's going to be a 48-hour portal where, like, if you buy the book, you're going to receive free gifts. And I can't wait to announce all of that. Obviously, all of that will be announced on Tuesday at the event. So come and check it out. So in the link, in the description of this video, you'll enter in your email, your name and your email, and you'll get an email about all the details of how to join the event. And the Zoom link and all of that, because I want as many people as possible to come and join. And the Zoom link is already in the pre-programmed email. You'll get it basically right away. So put your name in your email, and then I'll see you on Tuesday. So essentially, we're going to do Kundalini yoga. We're going to do a practice. We're going to do breath work. We're going to do mantra meditation, ecstatic integration, which basically just means club jive. No, I'm just kidding. No, but we're going to dance. We're going to have some fun. We're going to party it up. It is a full moon. And we're going to activate our body and our nervous system for, to get ready to prepare for the astrological year that is coming ahead. So don't miss that event, because I'm not going to be doing a ceremony on YouTube. This will be the ceremony for the full moon eclipse. So you'll have to come into this event and join us at this event to like celebrate the energy of this eclipse. So I am super excited about that. So definitely check it out. Also, the workshop that we had, the Your Hero's Journey workshop, is now ready. The replay is ready. It's been uploaded. You can purchase now the workshop, and you have the entire recording, which we were live for 2 hours. And then I'm talking about Saturn and Neptune in Aries, conjuncting in Aries, and also entering Aries and what it means for the collective. We even talked about the freaking cross of planning and the cross of the sleeping phoenix that's coming in 2027. Like we covered everything that's going on right now in that workshop. So it is like a highly, highly, highly valuable thing that you want to get your hands on. So it's there, it's available, and the link is also below in the description of this video if you want to join for that. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. So now we can take a little deeper dive into the astrology of this week. So here is the chart, and we're going to go one day at a time. Hello, Lish. Welcome in. Hello, Christy. I'm so glad I'm feeling better too. I'm like still like I'm on the edge a little bit. Like I still have like a nasal sort of congestion. I'm kind of just going through it. Hey, Jeanette, welcome in. Hey, Kate, welcome in. Mishan is here. Where is she? Hello. So anyways, that is, very excited that I'm feeling good and excited to talk about this week. So why is this week so significant? Well, we didn't get to really talk about it last week, because I focused a lot on the eclipse and also on the conjunction, and how the whole week itself is what is like the week where everything changes. Now we're in Pisces season. And so what I do want to say about Pisces season is that it is the last season of the entire year. This is the transcendence, the final transcendence before we begin. We reset our energy and begin again with Aries season. And during this time, we are supposed to be integrating our entire astrological year. We talked about this in the Starseed membership yesterday in our Seasons and Stargates workshop for Pisces season, where we go over the astrology of the whole month. We talk about like the energy. We look at our charts. I ask you questions about how you're integrating the energy, and we have like discussions. It's amazing. The Starseed membership is amazing, and that will be part of the promotion for the giveaway that I'm doing for the book launch party next Tuesday. So what is exciting about right now is that we are closing off a huge chapter in our lives. So of course, because we have Saturn and Neptune already in Aries, we are feeling already that Aries, vibrant spark coming alive, right? Especially with the year of the fire horse and all that. But we still need to do a little bit of like closure. We need to seal all the leakage. That's one message that came through this weekend. It's like you got to seal everywhere that you're leaking. You cannot take with you into the new astrological year anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Like this is a clean slate that the universe is giving us. And to take advantage of it, you have to ask yourself 2 questions. Well, one primarily, and that is, this is what I asked everybody in the membership. What is the biggest lesson that you feel that you are learning right now? Because that big lesson is the lesson of the entire year. It's like all 12 months, all 12 seasons are coming to a conclusion. And there was one big thing that you learned, and it's coming up right now, like so intensely, especially with Saturn and Neptune having been at 29 degrees of Pisces, which is the closing of the wheel. So I would love if you guys are here watching live, or if you're watching the replay, in the comments. I always love for everybody to leave a comment. Please give this video a thumbs up. That's what it gets it going in the algorithm. And subscribe if you're new and if you enjoy this content. But answer that question in the chat and in the comments for us. What is the biggest lesson that you feel that you are learning right now? That's the biggest lesson for the year. And the other question, once you figure out the answer to the first one, is what are you most excited about for the new year? What are you most excited about in your life right now? Obviously, that's going to be March 20th, when the sun actually officially enters into Aries and officially like activates that point. Aries season this year is going to be like the full throttle I feel personally of this entire Aries conjunction with Neptune and Saturn. However, what is the deepest lesson that you're learning right now? Okay, so we start with the moon. If you see it right now, it's at 29 degrees of Taurus. It's literally about to enter into Gemini. I'm going to go forward minutes, okay? So in like just a few minutes, the moon is going to be on the Pleiades. So what it did today is it transitioned through the darkness to light portal, and it's about to enter into the light while we're doing this broadcast. It starts at 26 degrees of Taurus. That's Algol. That's the darkness. That's Medusa. And that's facing our fears. So we go through the darkness into the light of the Pleiades, which lands at 0 degrees of Gemini on Alcyon, the main star of the Pleiades. So this is a transit. This is an aspect that happens every month. And with the moon, it means emotionally we go through like a little bit of the ringer, and then we come out on the other side feeling like new and feeling like we made it. So the feeling of the week starts with like, we made it. You know what I mean? Like, we made it. Holy shit. Take a breath, like we made it through last week. Okay. And so this is what activates this week. So that means, all right, so now that we've come to the light, what is being illuminated within us this week? The moon, obviously, it will continue. And if I go on to tomorrow, the next day, the moon actually will activate both Aldebaran, which is the eye of the bull, the star on the eye of the bull. It is connected to Archangel Michael, who's known as the countenance of Christ. And it's also Orion starseed markings. So we come into the light today. Tomorrow, we receive information that Orion activation, Stargate activations are the 9th dimension, which is the Akashic of the universe. It's like like the beginning and the end at the same time. It holds everything. So we can receive Akashic downloads, just information that comes in, like realizations that you might have, like, oh my God, I didn't realize, but like, whoa, and that is what Tuesday feels like. And then the next big thing that happens is that on the 26th, what we see is Mercury go retrograde. Let me pause there and read some of your comments, see what you guys said. So we've got deepest lesson I'm learning right now, control of situations. I love that. Hello, welcome in. Completing a huge karmic cycle with family and stepping into fully into me. I love that. Lisa says humility and self-discipline. Summer's what I'm looking forward to. Maria says letting go of the need to control outcomes and just allow and accept. And two, what she's excited about is the freedom to explore. I love that. Dawn says lessons in where love comes from. That's beautiful. Kiwi says letting go of fear and deep gratitude for my life. Hello, Mary. Welcome in. Holly says healing my body, mind, and spirit. Dawn says she's excited about walking life in my strong, sovereign, peaceful path. I love that. Yes. So these are the kinds of realizations that we need to make right now. We need to ask ourselves, what's the biggest lesson? So we get to Mercury retrograde. The reason why I titled this video Before the Year Begins is because of that. But also because we are going into a full-on review. Like, how people talk about when they have near-death experiences or in past life regressions, it comes up that like at the end of your life, you review your whole life. So this Mercury retrograde is going to be that review for us because believe it or not, when Mercury goes direct, he's going to go direct on the exact day that the sun enters Aries. So the spring equinox, Mercury finishes his retrograde and goes direct again. So it's like the transition cannot be more seamless. Mercury is going to invite us to go deep into our subconscious mind and to see and recognize all the ways that we have changed, all the ways that we have grown, all the ways that we have evolved this year, all the lessons that we have learned. But I think more than anything, it's asking us, Pisces season always generally asks us to dissolve the ego completely and merge with the divine and to recognize that divinity lives in you and open yourself up to seeing everything, like the whole picture, the whole reason for everything. So you guys ready for that? It's going to be kind of intense because Mercury in Pisces doesn't necessarily Mercury doesn't like being in Pisces because it rules Virgo, which is the opposite sign. But it can expand our ability to perceive, like see the unseen and hear the unheard, and tap into our like massive intuition and imagination. And what's really cool is that the eclipse that's happening next week is happening on the 64th gene key, which is the shadow of confusion, the gift of imagination, and the city of illumination. So the illumination is going to happen during the Mercury retrograde with the full moon total lunar eclipse in Virgo. And this Mercury retrograde is like the invitation to get ready for the new year. To like clean house. And when I say clean house, I mean like clean your mind, clean your subconscious space. We actually just started the Moon Goddess training and we started our 40-day meditation, which is cleansing the subconscious. And I kid you not, for the last 2 nights, happens every time. My dreams are like so intense and vivid. I'm like, whoa, that is Pisces, So it is a big deal, Mercury going retrograde. Then the next day, on the 27th, we will see the sun make a conjunction to the North Node and Mars make a square to Uranus. That is probably the most kind of uncomfortable aspect of the week, the square to Uranus from Mars, because this is the type of energy that can feel like revolutionary, wild, out of nowhere, unexpected, and it's scary. It can be scary because we like routine as human beings, but right now there's no routine. Like, you gotta just keep up with whatever the hell is going on. Like, the news is like going crazy, the world is going crazy, and we somehow need to flow. Somehow we need to stay in our flow. That's what I mean. We need to ground ourselves. We need to be in our center. We need to be anchored in our own path. As we do that, that is how we make a change for the collective. It's not like going out there and like helping other people. It's like helping yourself. It's like being grounded yourself, being anchored while crazy things are going on. Not easy to do. So Mars square Uranus, kind of a wild, unpredictable, like stay on your toes kind of vibe. But the sun makes a conjunction to the North Node, reminding us like, hey, this is where I want you to focus. Because the sun is the main luminary in astrology, and it'll shine the biggest light on something. It represents our soul in our natal chart. And when it combines or conjuncts the North Node, it reminds us of our destiny. It reminds us of the future. It says focus on what's important. The conjunction will happen at 8 degrees. And 8 degrees is also, in terms of the step system by Christopher Witecki, it is the energy of Saturn and decisions. So it's like there's responsibility. We talked about in the workshop of Your Hero's Journey how Neptune and Saturn both coming together in Aries is like the Fool card and the Emperor card together. It's like the naivete of the Fool who's like so excited to just freaking go and doesn't even look. He's about to fall off the cliff, like go off the edge, symbolically and sometimes literally. But Saturn goes, okay, hang on a second. Like, you need to be responsible. So we're not going to let you just freaking go off. We're going to do this in a disciplined manner so it's not out of control. So I think it's really cool that conjunction is happening in that energy field of like decide, which means you need to be clear about your life and focus on the future and discipline yourself, because that's the moment of true devotion, where you literally choose to devote yourself to something, knowing that the path is not going to be easy, but it's important and you're ready to do it because it's time. And that's what the universe is calling us into. We get to the 28th and we'll see a conjunction between Mercury and Venus, or not a conjunction with Mercury, Venus. So Mercury is now going to be going backwards, and he's going to be like hitting certain things. Like he's going to hit the North Node. He's going to conjunct the sun also. I think that's next week, or the week after that. Can't remember the exact date. I actually have it here so I can. On the 7th. That happens on the 7th. So towards the end of next week. However, so the first conjunction he makes while retrograde is with Venus. Think of Mercury retrograde as like traveling through the past. Like that movie, was it The Nightmare Before Christmas? No. What's the movie with Scrooge? What the fuck am I talking about? What's the movie with Scrooge? Okay. When all the three, like, death comes to him and shows him and then turns him around, gives him a chance to turn his life around. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Mercury retrograde I feel this time he's doing for us. So the first conjunction being with like, with Venus is like, well, think about, that's the first place like the angel of death takes you. Okay, well, I'm being really fucking dramatic, but you know what I mean, right? This is symbolic, okay? A Christmas Carol. What did I say? A Nightmare Before Christmas? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, definitely not back 100% in my brain. So that's the first place that Mercury takes us. He takes us to the realm of relationships. So, okay, well, what in the realm of relationship do you need to review before the year closes? Is what he says. And then, so that's Saturday. And then we get to the last day of the week. And what we end with is Mars enters into Pisces. There it is right there. So we end the week with literally Mars entering into Pisces. And that happens on the 1st and into the 2nd. So anyways, we'll talk more about that next week. But but it is it's a huge shift. It's a huge shift. Because now that means that Mars will be transiting through Pisces and essentially saying, I want your action, I want what you actually do to come from that spiritual place. I want your actions to reflect your divinity. Like, whoa. I want your actions to be the kind of actions that help you dissolve into the all. Because we're dissolving now. You need to dissolve the year. Close it down. Let it go. Let it go. Stop leaking and get ready, because once the sun enters Aries, we're off on the horse. We're off. And things, I think, will be moving so freaking fast from that point forward that I'm like, whoa, okay, little retrograde, kind of a good thing right now. Kind of a good thing. Anyways, that is our week. So let's actually now talk a little bit about the gene key that the sun is transiting through for the whole week. Because the sun is always passing through some kind of gene key. And this week it just happens that he's in the 37th. And then next week he goes into the 63, and that's when we get the eclipse. So what is the 37th gene key? So in the gene keys, this gene key goes from the shadow of weakness, damn, to the gift of equality and to the city of tenderness. And it's literally called family alchemy. Do you know who else is on the 37th gene key and gate? The North Node. So the eclipse is going to be a South Node eclipse because it's a lunar eclipse and it's a full moon. And so you have to see where's the moon at to know what the gene key is. But the sun is exactly opposing it. And the sun's going to be with the North Node. So the North Node is right here. This is the reminder when the sun conjuncts the North Node, they're conjuncting on this gate. The reminder to transmute weakness into tenderness. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. This is the codon ring of divinity, which states the following: deeply connected to the true meaning of the Christ consciousness. The ring of divinity and its 4 genetic archetypes have the capacity to awaken the highest consciousness inside you and will bring the eventual manifestation of the full divine being into the world. The ring of divinity reveals a great truth, which will be revealed next week on the eclipse, because the sun will be on the 63rd city of truth when the eclipse happens. The truth is, all humans are made equal in the suffering, the 37th gift of equality. Doubt is what makes us human. Doubt is the shadow of the 63rd. Doubt makes us human, which is the gift of humanity for the 36th gene key, and leads us to a certain graciousness, the 22nd gift, in respect of how we treat others. Because of its connection to the 22nd gene key, this codon ring has much to do with the transformation of human awareness through suffering. So I don't know, it's just crazy. It will bring intense emotional experiences and challenges to your life. But ultimately, this codon group is about redemption. So that means that this week is about redemption. In human design, which I also want to talk about, in human design, the Just Now chart, let me see if I can do this. Let's see if this, okay. And we're going to view it personality only. Okay. So the Just Now chart, the 37th gate, which is what I was just talking about, in human design, it's called the gate of friendship, and it's called the family. And it's people who need recognition through family or community, because it forms part of the channel of community. This is where the nodes are. I talked a little bit about it, but the nodes have been in this fucking channel, okay? The channel of community, which is all about that the purpose of your life is to discover where you belong in the grand scheme of things, and then to live that out. Instead of trying to figure out where you fit in, wait to see which people or communities invite you in. Like, we're trying to figure out where we belong, but we're trying too hard, apparently. This channel represents the marriage contract and the family, and its foundation, and is the foundation of any community. So we're trying to figure out the foundations, you guys. It's all about finding the right allies to bond with in order to create harmony in the community. So, this is what's being activated. People with this gate always need their friendships to be built upon some sort of bargain. There are many types of bargains, but this can be as simple as one person working while the other looks after the children. Because these people constantly follow the emotional wave, they also have to constantly adjust the bargain between themselves and others. As long as this dynamic is upheld, they can be very loyal people. The 37 represents the distributor within the family, while the 40, which is on the other side, represents the provider. And thus these two themes are deeply reliant upon a clear bargain. So it's like the bond. Shake the bond. If you know, you know. Okay. I need some of my rose oil right now. Okay. The other thing that I would like to mention while I do this essential oil is that most of the gene keys in that ring of divinity, 63, 37, 36, 22, most of them are in the solar plexus center. That is the center of the emotional authority, the emotional wave, the highs and the lows. That means that right now we're in the solar plexus. The sun is in the solar plexus. After this, it jumps over to the head center, but at least for this week, we were just on the 55th. Now we're in the 37. Like, we're in this space, which means that collectively the sun is shining a light on all the themes that bring up the emotional waves. Which means what? If you have defined solar plexus and you have emotional authority, you do not have clarity in the moment ever. You cannot ever be like, I know, because you don't. And the whole point is that you need to wait for the clarity to arrive. This is about patience. I feel like this whole season is about patience, but also gentleness. I mean, tenderness, right? Like the city of tenderness. Damn. That takes some freaking deep, like that's deep kind of love for the people that you love, for like your community. So we're in this tribal circuitry energy also, which means we're focusing on like our tribe, like where we belong, like it's just said in the book, and waiting for the energy, the information to be completely clear so that there's no doubt in your mind as to where you belong. And that's where we're fucking learning this week. Sorry, I was cussing a lot today. Anyways, that's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. So what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your comments. I will look at your comments before we dive into our Akashic reading to see what the energies are of the week intuitively, to receive an intuitive message about the week. So let's take a look at the comments. We've got some mind blown emojis. Family alchemy. Oh my God. Yep. Your explanations are so gentle, but can get real and raw so quick. It's true. Anita says balance. This is, Ashley, this is your culture sphere and your pearl. Wait, which one? The 64. The 64. Yeah. So we're moving towards the truth will land, but it will land next week. Although this week we need to just ride the wave. That's what this all means. So if you are at home, everybody's at home. If you are watching this live or if you're watching the replay, here's what I recommend when I do the Akashic reading. You get your cards. Go get your cards. I use tarot. And I'm going to tune into the Akashic records. I'm going to open up the records. And I'm going to pull a few cards for us collectively. But what I want you to do at home is to also pull cards for yourself. So at the same time, you are also getting your own personal reading while I'm doing the reading for the collective. So we'll take a moment to close our eyes and ground into our body, ground into our space. I want you to imagine a cord reaching out through the root chakra towards the center of the earth. And this cord is going to wrap itself around a crystal. And then as soon as it wraps itself around a crystal, I want you to notice, what does the crystal look like? What's the color of the crystal? What's the feeling that you get as your cord wraps around it? Just notice, because that's also a little message coming in for you. And find deep, full breaths. From the deep depths of the cosmic mind, I hear a whisper. This whisper calls us inwards towards our essence. A light begins to glimmer at the center of our heart, and this is a light of unity, the all-knowing wisdom of the One. Through this door, we open the gates of the Akashic, the magical flower of life. We see our duality, we recognize our sacred trinity, we begin to witness infinite possibilities as we become the observer and the observed. A powerful and luminescent light engulfs our being, and we feel many dimensions all at once. We enter the Akashic records, protected and loved by all star beings that have accessed these portals before. The records are now open. May wisdom flow, may understanding descend, and may we be blessed with the light of love. So, hello, Trina. The first card, which just fell out, is our jumping off point. The first card represents, like, where are we at right now? Six of Wands. Victory. We have reached a point where, look, we're on the fucking horse, and the wands are the fire element. Victory. Okay, so we're off to a good start, you guys. This card is like the guy who comes back, and this is his welcome home parade. Yes. Victory. Jai. Now, our second card is the challenge for the week. So what's the challenge? If we're in this space of victory, what's our challenge? Ooh, Justice card. So major arcanas bring in like a heavier, like a weighted importance. The Justice card is about karma. So, karmic healing, karmic resolution. And it makes sense, right? Mercury's going retrograde. Everything that I talked about makes perfect sense. What is the overall theme? This Justice card is also like the world is in your life. The puzzle is getting like refigured. Like everything's getting put back together, but in a new way. And that's why it's the resolving of karma. Like when karma is resolving, like things in your life change. Relationships change, situations change. Like it can feel chaotic, in the collective, because it's like, well, the karmic loops are like coming full circle. I love that you said that, Anita. Okay, so what is the overall theme? Okay. So for the overall theme, we get the 8 of Wands. This okay, this makes sense. So this is like, I'm not going to say that out loud. Do you guys want me to say it out loud? What the fuck I just heard in my head? Ashley, why are you texting me right now? Oh, you guys are going to be wondering why I'm laughing. No, I know. No, I need to know. I need a response. No one has responded yet if they want to hear what I just heard in my head. You guys are just laughing. Okay. This card represents that the energy is moving really fast. They say, I just heard bombs over Baghdad, like the song, like bombs over Baghdad. That's why I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, but hey, Rebecca. Everybody's like, just say it. Okay, I said it. Bombs over Baghdad. Bombs over Baghdad. Which is not funny. I'm not joking about that, okay? It's just funny that that's what I heard. But anyways, this card represents things are moving really, really fast. The overall theme is things are moving fast. That's why I heard bombs over Baghdad. Because it's like, whoosh, poof, poof. Like it's happening before you could even like, this is the energy of, I'm feeling that's kind of the energy of Uranus, Mars square Uranus. Okay, next, the next card is the wisdom from our ancestors. Annie's laughing her head off. What is the wisdom from our ancestors this week? Oh, okie dokie. Woo! We just got 3 crazy cards. All right. So, 8 of Swords. Your dad was a helicopter pilot. Wow. 8 of Swords, followed by 3 of Swords reversed, followed by the Moon reversed. Okay, here's what I see in this. Okay, this is the message from our spirit guides. So it's time to take the blindfold off. It's time to stop feeling like you're the victim. Okay. It's time to take off all the things that bind you, that you feel have been binding you. What this says, actually, the 8 of Swords is actually it can be a very empowering card when you realize what she's being told. She's being told that she can walk away at any moment. So the things that feel like they're binding you, they're controlling you, they're squishing you, they're not anymore. That's what this means. So you can actually walk away because the heartbreak is over. And you faced your fears. Heartbreak is over. You've faced your fears. The eclipse is coming. The moon coming out is crazy. It's like you've turned it around. This literally says you turned it around. Yeah, you're free. It says you're free. To me. That's how I'm reading it. You've turned it around. Wow. Okay. So now we want to see which animal spirit is going to guide us through this week's energy. This could also represent the reflection that Mercury is going to take us into. And maybe this is the realization that we're going to get with Mercury. It's like, you have turned it around. You did it. That's why this is a victory week. You may not see the results right away in front of your face. Because why? Because you need to wait for the clarity. Solar plexus activated. But it's done. It's done. Maria says, I feel that so deeply. Yeah, exactly. Whoa, I feel it too. This reading is insane. What is the animal that wants to guide us this week? Dawn says, I received that. Sat Nam. Okay, what do we get? We got the gazelle. So let's read about the gazelle. Gazelle is the element of fire in this deck, believe it or not. It's such a cute, simple energy. I love that. So the gazelle is all about heightened awareness and ability, and vulnerability. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty amidst sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. Wow. And from the sun. From the point of view of the human heart, all humanity is one family. My gift to you. I am your friend. I have deep respect for you. I don't want you to change who you are at your core. You are a completely unique, worthy being, and there is a place for you in this world of ours. I see you with deep tenderness. It is time to take your place with pride, humility, and profound self-acceptance. When you look at yourself, see your weaknesses and vulnerability as your strengths. When you look out at the world, see beyond polarities, beyond gender stereotypes, beyond patriarchy and matriarchy. Aim your eye towards synthesis to the entire continuum of beauty available to all of us. Equality is your birthright. You and me, we are family. That's cute. And messages from our star families. Let's get, I heard 4. Pull 4. So which star families want to come through and give us a little message? Don't forget to sign up for our free book launch party and giveaway event happening on March 3rd for the total lunar eclipse in Virgo next Tuesday. We're going to have so much fun. I'm going to talk to you guys all about the book, the story of the whole year, like why I wrote it. We're going to actually do a Kundalini practice, and we are going to launch a 48-hour giveaway portal. So definitely not going to want to miss that event. The link is in the description below. Put your name and email, and I'll send you all of the details of how to get to the event, when it's happening, the Zoom link, all of that. And I'll send reminders so that when we are about to begin, you'll get another reminder email with the link. All right, here's our first one. Galactic Family Spacecraft. Fear is an illusion. You are limitless. Next, from the Andromedans. Remember your infinite nature. Another spacecraft, the Orion Being spacecraft. Damn, we got the Galactic Family. I just now got it. The Galactic Family spacecraft. And now the Orion Being spacecraft. Master your mind. It shapes your reality. And from the Zeta Reticulans, embrace your higher emotional intelligence. Dude, what? Okay, that just kind of added the little cherry on top. The book will be on sale right after the event. I'll share the link at the event. I want to hype it up. So everyone will be able to get an opportunity to purchase it right after the event. That's where I'll share the link first. So come to the event. Well, that was beautiful. That was powerful. And now we're going to close the records. From the deepest depths of our soul, we give gratitude and love, for we understand we are a fractal of that cosmic whole. As we give, so we get, open to all possibilities through all time and space. We walk through the Akashic portal back to our inner space, remembering that this wisdom lives within every cell of our being. Thank you, star beings, for holding this sacred space and for protecting us during this journey through time and space. The records are now closed. I love your comments. GTFO! It's kind of like that. So, I love you guys so much. You really make my day, my week, my life. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful community. Come join us in our private space, the global community. Get on the mailing list. You can get a free download, free moon astrology guide that will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. All of those links are below. Sign up for our event, Seasons and Stargates, the annual initiation, because I'm going to be doing that every year, where I'm releasing the book. It's the book launch party and giveaway. You're gonna want to be there. There's gonna be a lot of fun things that come out of that. So can't freaking wait. I'll see you guys next Tuesday and then later on this week for the astrology of the total eclipse. And I hope you have an amazing and beautiful, reflective week and victorious week. Sat Nam.